The Metal Gear Solid series is no stranger to player-produced theories. This, in part, is courtesy of its bonkers creator, Hideo Kojima, a man who quite literally can do as he pleases with his own creation. When Kiefer Sutherland was announced to be the new voice of Big Boss in MGS5, the internet exploded with rage, and quite rightly. Replacing David Hayter with Kiefer Sutherland is as mad as replacing Rowan Atkinson with Sly Stallone and expecting him to play a convincing Mr. Bean. You can put Sylvester Stallone in an uncomfortable-looking outfit, have him mumble incoherent sentences, and drive a ludicrous vehicle, but it's simply not going to be the same. Hideo Kojima isn't stupid. He may be creatively insane, but he knows how rabid his Western fanbase is, and for that reason, I believe Hayter could still make an appearance in MGS5 in some fashion. How have I reached this conclusion? Well, Googling mainly, but let's have a quick look back at the way he's abused his creative rights in the past. Let's begin with MGS2, which saw Snake on the box, Snake in the trailers, Snake in the opening bloody mission, and then, oh, sorry lads, you're playing as this mop-headed cartwheeling fool, Raiden instead. People were really angry. Nobody wanted Raiden. I mean, they've had to check off a series of points from a child's list of things that are totally rad just to make him not as much of a disaster. He got you then, and he will get you again. Then, as recently as last year, we were treated to the spectacle that was Moby Dick Studios, a fictitious outfit supposedly working on something related to the MGS series. Surprise, surprise, it turned out to be Kojima playing with your hearts again. Granted, there were many theories at the time suggesting that Moby Dick Studios wasn't real and that the Phantom Pain title they were working on was indeed MGS5. But that's what he wants. He sets confusing things in motion only to watch us scurry around and try and solve his madness. The madcap theories don't stop there, however. Some people suggest MGS5's big boss is in fact Grey Fox due to the physical similarities shown in the trailers. Then there's the crew that believe Chico, so distraught at what happened in Ground Zeroes, underwent gender reassignment to become Quiet, the scantily clad sniper glimpsed in a recent trailer. Anything is possible when it comes to the Metal Gear Solid series, and Kojima is the puppet master pulling all of the strings. But how could Hayter be in MGS5? Why waste our time telling us of these theories we already know about? Look, I'm relatively new to the franchise. I've been avoiding its daunting embrace for a long time now, but I've been quietly observing from the outside, and the answer is that nothing is out of the question. Kojima has taken us to Troll Town with every successive release. Even he admitted to being confused by the plot of his own games. So, for example, there's no reason why David Hayter Big Boss couldn't have been taken out and replaced by a usurper or a clone, only for this Kiefer clone to have his comeuppance served at the end of MGS5 by a returning Hayter-voiced Snake. Now, I'm certain there are a million holes you could poke in that statement, and I'm even more certain that you could suggest a more meaningful set of occurrences that would allow for two Snakes to exist, but ultimately they're just theories. You can have the most sound evidence to support your ideas, but Kojima's only going to go and crap all over it by introducing some unknown element that doesn't make any logical sense. Nothing in MGS is canonical, it is only linked. Everything is subject to change without warning. Don't like Raiden? Okay, here he is as a cyborg ninja. Thought you were working for the good guys? Lol. Nope, your memories are fake, and the kernel you've been working under is an AI. However, there have been plenty of reasons banded about for the exclusion of Hayter, with the principal one coming from Kojima himself. He claimed that Big Boss needs to have a more subdued performance expressed through subtle facial movements and tone of voice rather than words. Okay, I suppose that makes sense, although Hayter's voice acting was always a little over the top, so it seems strange that he's chosen now to wipe the character clean after it's already been established for a while. Plus, there's Akio Otsuka, the Japanese voice of Snake, who is returning. So unless Kojima was hoping to execute a ruse exclusive to the West, it seems even less likely. Although having said that, the whole Moby Dick Studios thing seemed peculiarly Western focused, and this is the first time the Japanese voice track will be dubbed onto a Western original and not the other way around, so hope is not completely dead. Whatever the reason for Sutherland's appointment as the new voice of Snake, you shouldn't doubt there's no secret agenda for a second. Hideo Kojima is a mad, crazy, insane mega-genius with more going on in his head than we give him credit for, and while it's true that this Kojima does as he pleases mentality could be applied to anyone's crackpot theory, it counts here even more so. Hayter is Snake, and replacing him doesn't make a great deal of sense unless Kojima's using his powers to fool us all once again. Hayter still has a role to play in MGS5. How, when, and why he shows up remains to be seen. Do you think there's any way Kojima could be attempting a Sutherland double bluff? Feel free to agree or shout obscenities at me in the comments below.